people.
Facebook, Instagram.
Hello,
is already with
hello.
us. How are you? Welcome. If you're new here, please tell us. And so we can explain the whole thing to you.
Yeah, we are back on my 3G tonight. We still don't have
the
proper
internet is
Wi-Fi.
Still problematic. I am busy, but now there's forms to be filled in, and the landlord must fill in a form, and it is now a whole bureaucratic system.
So you must tell us if there's something going wrong. We are trying our best.
We are trying our best, but we are hopeful. Not so hopeful, I don't know.
Hopeful and optimistic. It worked last time.
We're on Lisa's phone tonight. So here's hoping.
And I've been told the sound from me is a little loud, so I'll keep it quiet. We are working on our audio still, hopefully next week.
Yeah. We have the microphone has arrived, but we didn't have enough time to set it up tonight because it's quite
because everything went wrong. That should go wrong. Because that's how it is. That's how it is.
And it feels
approximately a year worth of mistakes.
It literally feels like every week something else
unique
bombs out. Something completely. This camera up here worked no problems last week. This week,
a struggle.
So
we must show
a cable in it last week, worked no problem. Now the cable's shocking us.
Oh, like shocking, like my hands like numb from the amount of times it shocked me. I've been told we must show our Instagram people what the setup here is like for YouTube, because we have to convince you guys to switch over. So I'm gonna go take the long walk to the Instagram camera.
Yeah, we're gonna show you so you can see what you're missing out. Instagram, for being on Instagram, not that we want to get rid of you, we just want you to see
what you're missing out. So this is the view that you guys usually get. Matthew's sitting over there. You never see him, but he's also here.
I'm also here.
And
I'm the voice.
If you go this way, this is our YouTube setup. So I'm going to actually show you my point of view so that you can see all the fancy things.
I'm going to just...
Bernice Bolton on
Facebook
says hello.
Hello, Bernice.
Pause due to poor connection.
Oh, gosh.
I wonder if we should switch this phone to my hotspot as well.
You can make it on my hotspot so we can try and split the load.
But then we're going to pause. Okay, guys, we're going to pause for like 5 seconds on Instagram and then we'll be back. I didn't think of that.
How can it be so bad?
Well, we are on YouTube still.
Yeah, but it worked for many weeks. And
Matthew, password?
Password. With a capital P. And now everyone knows what my password is for my hotspot. So if you ever see a Matthew's iPhone pop up while you're searching for Wi-Fi, you can get free Wi-Fi.
Oh, this phone has its own data. We could probably just stream from here.
We probably couldn't.
Does it have its own data?
It does. It says 𝐓𝐈𝐓.
Oh.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. We're back. I see we've lost most of the people. Okay, no, some people are back. Okay, anyway. So I've now walked from over there, over here. So we've got our main camera for YouTube set up over here. We've got a little secondary camera set up over here. And I'm actually going to use it to show other things. Then we've got the magical top camera over there. And what else do we have? That's it. And then we have cables running everywhere.
Yeah.
So here is the view from YouTube. Let me lower this so I can show off everything that YouTube has. Sorry. So that is the main view from YouTube. We have a face camera here for me, main camera. Then we also have top camera, which then shows you 𝐵𝐈𝐓. It shows you everything that Amanda's doing live.
Specifically for when we do like drawing or pattern making or something like that.
We have a zoomed in version. And then we have a little face camera on Amanda over there. Then we've got this new camera.
YouTube, you know all of this.
Which is over there. No, but YouTube's also seeing new things. That's new. So that's this camera. Yeah, it's focused on our sewing machine tonight. And then they all move positions and stuff, but we can also show you pictures if there's something we need to show you. And that is mainly it. But we've also got some sound effects on YouTube.
Yeah.
and blah blah blah. So anyway, click the link in our bio and come join us on YouTube rather. As you can see, we haven't started yet for tonight, so you're not late. But trust me, it's better on YouTube. On Instagram, we're very limited with what we can do.
They
And
want
it's
an
pretty much
upright.
this.
Yeah, they want an upright, and we can't do more cameras.
Anyway,
Okay,
that's it.
That's it. Just a quick introduction. I'm Amanda, and I'm from the company called Fabric8. The word fabric and the number 8. This is Matthew. It's Lisa's other half, and Lisa's my daughter. And we are a creative supplies store, and we are online. So if you ever need anything, everything is on. Well, most things are on our website. Everything, all the info. www.fabric, the word number 8.co.za. And this is Create with Fabric8, and we normally do it on a Tuesday, but if load shedding and things happen, and then we can change it. All right. So what we do is normally at the beginning we have a little bit of a chat. If I have new products, I show you new products. And then for about 15-20 minutes, and then we start with a tutorial, and every week we do something different. Every week I design and draw. What's wrong?
Camera went off, it's back, it's off, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Oh jeez.
I don't know why this camera is giving us issues today.
That's my phone.
This one, yeah. It's the one that's been shocking me. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Is it back?
Wave. Yeah, it looks like it's back.
Okay.
I did nothing other than get shocked.
That's the shock camera. Something weird is going on. Maybe where are you plugged in for it?
Into that thing.
Try and plug it in there. Maybe
that's
it's
not plugged into the computer.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so we do a tutorial. It's normally a sort of beginner intermediate project. There's also a project that we can finish in one evening, so we're not doing long projects. But I design and I draw the pattern, and all the patterns are on the website, and they are free to use. We just recently took last year's patterns off because we have to take them off the website. It takes too much space, and we are going to be binding them in a book. And it sounds funny because it's going to be like a downloadable sort of book, so we're not really binding it. But me and Lisa, we are going to be binding our minds and getting it ready for you. And we're going to sell that to you. Every year is going to be like, it's going to be like a historic year 1 Fabric8 pattern book, year 2. And the only reason for that is so that we can also upgrade this whole system, get a few bucks in, because, as you can see, we now have 5 iPhones. So I have been scrounging, getting new phones, getting second-hand phones to try and up the whole system. I've also got a new laptop. We are trying, and now we're getting new internet. So it's just keeps getting more and more.
And if you're an OG, you know where we started. We started with one phone.
One phone on Instagram.
That would overheat half the time, and you don't.
No.
Yes.
So we are upgrading. We are not. That's what we're gonna. I'm gonna almost make that like the live petty cash. So you guys are directly gonna benefit if you ever sell these or buy these books. And also, what's really nice is if you know someone who's sewing. I think it'll be an awesome gift because it's going to be like 20 or more free patterns. I mean, it's going to be, the whole book's going to be full of my patterns and instructions. Okay. So then after that, we have a quick Q&A. Lately, we've not really run it. While I'm sewing at the machine, I can speak and sew. I can do many things while I speak. So you can ask your questions. If it's something really intricate and like involved, I'm going to put it off to after the tutorial. But most questions I can ask while we're busy. All right. So, any questions now?
And we always have our patterns available for free. So like Amanda said, at the end of the year we bind it into a book, but it's April, so it's not the end of the year. So you
For
can
the
still
whole year, it's
access.
free. For the whole year up until we only
December.
took some of the patterns off
January.
in Jan, and we still left some of last year's patterns. So there is still patterns for free.
And you can grab them at www.fabric8.co.za/create. And for our Instagram people, it's the link in our bio. For our older people or our people that didn't catch, www.fabric8.co.za/create. It is at the top menu bar of our website. In pink, it says free sewing classes. We also have free patterns over there. So I think we might have between 10 and 20 patterns on there for free right now, including tonight's pattern.
Yes.
And then we also have WhatsApp groups. So I think we have about 6 to 9, I don't know the exact amount, of WhatsApp groups. Some focused on sewing, some focused on embroidery, quilting, knitting, crochet. So you'll just join the group that you're most interested in, or if you're very into Create with Fabric8, then you'll join that group so that you can, like we had a vote now about what time to start our episodes, if we're going to do 6 or 7. It does seem like we're going to keep it at 7, even though we wanted to move it to 6. But if you're on that group, then you get to vote on issues like that, as well as future patterns, and also just chat to the regulars that watch with you.
Specials or anything going around that we know of, or things that's been out of stock for long and we get restocked, we notify you guys first.
And we have a general group, it's the Fabric8 updates group, where we just post specials and stuff. No one else can spam on there, but the other groups are very helpful. People are very nice on there.
Very, very nice. You know, you literally, there's always someone who has had the problem that you have, or if nobody's had it, it becomes like a group effort solving it. So it's very, very nice, and it's like it's like a community.
Yeah.
And you know,
even just
you
to
can
brag about the stuff that you've made.
To people who've never sewed about sewing or the machine you want, while on these groups they all appreciate.
That's actually quite topical recently. People have been asking, oh, do you have this sewing machine? Do you think I should opt for this one or for that one? How's your experience been? And I see some people actually bought the machines that they were asking about. So very helpful.
Can I just say, you guys wanted to move it to 6. And I
Yes.
don't know about this. Are we ever really ready by 6? Would that ever really work out?
We
all
would
the
start
technical
earlier.
With all the technical issues that pop up in that as well.
We would start earlier. I didn't discuss this with anyone either. I was just hoping to gauge enough interest. Because how nice would it be to get home at 8?
Ganging up. So you can
It would
say.
be so much nicer to go home at 8 than at 9,
I
but
know,
it's fine.
But it's,
Majority rules.
Someone did post the fabric8.co.za/create in all the group chats because someone is nice. All the
Oh, Matthew.
Wow,
Matthew's
wow.
winning.
Anyway, we've got a newbie on YouTube. Elizabeth Wiven. She says she's new here.
Hello, Elizabeth.
And Dana says, very excited to be part of this. I'm on both WhatsApp groups. No space for my sewing machine tonight though. And Bianca is here. She says,
Hello,
yes,
Bianca.
only one phone and soft sound. That is where we started. We always had sound issues and connection issues and overeating issues.
It was wonderful. And it was just Instagram, eh? So it was just that upright, couldn't see what I was saying, couldn't focus, zoom in, nothing.
So honestly, the biggest...
So we have grown.
Like zoom and move the phone around.
Yes.
For like a bunch of non-IT people.
Yeah.
We
And
have-
like
we've
now,
upped our game.
our biggest upgrade has been that top angle. I think that makes a major
I
difference.
think so too.
Like just seeing, well, I mean, we only really used it last week for the first time. We also show and tell in the groups and a bit of bragging, says Bianca.
Oh, that's nice. I always, even if I don't comment, I'm forever checking it out.
And Elizabeth says she just joined the groups yesterday. It's so wonderful. Yay!
Thank you, Elizabeth. That's always great to hear. Okay, guys. We don't have a lot of new products. Any of you into knitting and crochet? We have recently added quite a bit of wool very nice wool. I mean, I'm just seeing this for the first time. I didn't even see this.
Half of our stuff tonight is stacked on top of boxes full of wool.
Yeah, because there's a
where
literally
are
a
those?
lorry
and
load
those.
of wool that arrived here. Yeah. I mean, that was from last week. Yeah, so if you ever know or hear, or if someone mentions the word wool, you need to be on top of ask
Is that what that giant bag is in the front?
Yeah,
Yeah,
two
yeah.
massive
Oh,
lorry
I was
load
curious about
bags.
this. Not curious enough to ask at the time, but I did think that was quite weird.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can ask if you see someone mentioning or asking about wool, please just tag us. Tell them about us. Okay. Then I am gonna just have a quick word on this because, as per usual, I have these. I think they're like, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I think they're like 40 rand or something. And we've been selling them like hotcakes. And
Yeah, you can put it in front of the down and you can leave it there because they've got a view of that.
no, that's fine. Yeah, but and I actually tasted it because when things come, I always taste it because this says it's not going to burn your cloth. So I did taste it, but I've never actually used it on a project. And tonight
She stole one.
I stole one.
Yeah, she tests things so that
Yeah.
she gets to keep it for herself. It's not really a test. Yeah.
So tonight, because I am forever making bags and forever having to fuse the compressed fusible batting, I thought to myself, you can never iron on this side because this will actually melt onto your iron.
It's like glue.
Iron. Yeah.
Yes, it will
So-
mount onto your Prim Mini steam iron,
Yes.
which all of you should have by now.
Yeah.
I saw we only
Okay,
have
but
4
I
in
need to
stock.
speak a sentence at least.
Yo.
I'm not good this time of the night with half sentences. Okay, so I thought I'm gonna take this. I had no hope, and I'm gonna see if I put just this because this little thin. To me, it didn't feel like it could work, but just check at this. So, and you can see I'm doing it slow, and my mini iron is on its hottest, and it is also on steam, and it's literally, look, can you see, it's not sticking. So I am impressed. I just have to say that.
What are they called?
I haven't ever raved about them. Huh?
What are they called?
It's a I don't know. Ironing,
It's in the. I know where it is. It's fine. I'll find it.
okay, I don't know what we call it. But yeah, I am impressed. And even if you feel like you should, I started off like this with a double layer because I was thinking, no way this works like on something that's gonna melt like plastic, but it literally works. Look, I can keep it there.
It's the non-slip anti-scalding iron cloth. And I sent the link on YouTube, Matthew. You can steal it from there.
Yeah. So, well done to me for finding these and not being very impressed with them. Oh, I wasn't not impressed, but I thought they like, you know, when you're ironing a white shirt and you don't want it to go shiny, that's what you use it for.
Can you leave it on there? Like you put it and you leave it.
I don't
And
think we
how
should-
long? How long can you do
No.
that?
Well, I'm not going to taste that on something that
Okay,
I'm
but
working
like
on.
2 seconds.
But I mean, I just showed them. Look.
Ah. And what? It's not burning.
If I do that there, my
Oh, it
iron
will
will
melt.
stick.
Mm.
No, it'll literally stick to that. Okay. So
Why? Heidi, what's the science?
I don't know. No, let's not talk about it. I don't want to figure it out because then it might stop working. All right. So pattern wise tonight,
It works through faith.
yeah. It's called a craft bucket bag. Okay. Now, I just want to say that I called it the craft because a bucket bag just sounds so like, what is that? Okay, it's a craft bucket bag, but I've seen these used for gardening tools. I've seen these used for knitting, for crochet, for whatever craft or something. You can even make you know, your child this and have all their pencils on the outside and their books on the inside. It really is a very, very usable bag. Okay, so pattern wise, you print it out. I always say, just remember, when you're printing, you have to set the scaling to 100. For instance, my printer, for some reason, brings it down to 94%. So you have to go click there and say 100%. Don't say fit to page or anything like that. It has to fit, it has to say 100% scale. All right? Because otherwise your bag is going to be a little bit smaller. It shouldn't make a difference. It should still work, but not on all patterns will it work out if you scale. Okay. All right. So pattern pieces. We have this piece, the actual bag body, and of this it's a cut on fold. So when you cut, every one is going to look like that. So it's two of the outer fabric, which is this. All right. Oh, that one. All right. It says 2 lining pieces. I've already started on the lining. So, but there's the 2 lining pieces. All right. And then it says 2 of fusible batting. Okay. And that is, I thought I hooked. And that is these inside pieces. And if you regularly come here, you will know already that I always cut my batting 1 centimeter smaller than the actual pattern. It just makes sewing easier, and it also helps with preventing bulk. So I don't know if you've ever done a bag. Always when you start putting seams together, it starts getting so thick that it's unmanageable. When you want to start putting more than 1 seam together, then it starts just, it just gets so thick and uncomfortable to work with. All right, so I'm just gonna see one of these lifted. It's not this one, I think it's the other one. But just give it a quick iron on my, what was that name?
Anti-scalding something.
Ooh,
I think we
what
should
was
just
that
call it the
name?
iron shield.
That is what it's on the website. A
I know, but
non-slip anti-scalding
Scalding
iron
does not
cloth.
sound like a word I use.
What, do you want to ask what tags we have? Ham, iron, iron board,
No, let's
ironing.
let's not get involved in that, because that might just freak me out.
People on Facebook are there. Imelda says that I actually tested it on my black pants and no shine at all.
Now there you go. This is a freaking wonder. It's the 8th, 9th. Where are we now? 9th wonder of the world.
11th, 12th,
I don't know.
13th. This is the 13th. Because Table Mountain's the 12th.
Is it?
What are you guys
No,
talking
that's
about?
not
You've
possible.
about. It's only
There's
7
7
wonders.
wonders.
And okay, Table Mountain's
There's
the 8th.
7 natural and the 7 man-made. That's it.
Oh.
Okay, well this would be the 8th man-made
Okay.
wonder.
Anyway,
People on YouTube or Facebook, don't correct me. I'm kind of guessing here, so just pretend I'm right.
just leave it like that.
We only have 35 in stock. so
That's-
jump
that's-
now.
Listen, the first time I ordered 20. The second time I ordered 20 again. The last time I ordered 80. So get on
80.
it, man. 80,
Rare.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, listen. When you have something that's cut on fold, this is just a tip. Because it's cut on fold, I always mark the middle, because I know that later I might need that. So while it's still folded, cut a little tiny triangle out, so that then you have that. Okay, so those are the 2. All right. The lining piece, this is it is in the instructions. It's the same. It's also cut on fold of this, but you'll see in my instructions, I actually suggest that on the lining piece, you just cut off 1 centimeter of the fabric at the bottom. It just makes the lining fall better. if they're exactly the same size, the lining and the outer bag, then you get a lot of crinkles inside. So just on the lining, it's in the instructions, take off 1 centimeter at the bottom. All right, so those are that. Okay, then we have the circle, again cut on fold. So we are looking at it, let me just, being cut like this. All right, and it says 1 outer fabric and 1 lining fabric, and then I see here it says 2 fusible. That is a mistake from Amanda. I was rushed with this pattern, so guys, they might, I know of another mistake. I just want to fix it here so I have nothing. There you go.
Kendall and Carmen on Facebook says, thanks for shipping my order today.
Ah, pleasure. Okay, so it's 1, 1, 1. So it's 1 outer fabric, 1 lining fabric, and 1 fusible batting. And then obviously, if you cut fusible batting, you fuse it to the right side. All right. Then we have 2, actually 3 more pieces. This is all cut on fold, and if you're wondering why my patterns are always cut on fold, it's because I need to fit into an A4 page. Okay, so I can make this double, but then you're gonna have to print like 12. Say if you don't like cut on fold, just print the pattern twice and put this piece to the other piece, and then you have the full piece. All right, so you would print 2 of these and just put the 2 halves together, and then you have a full pattern. All right, this is just space saving and paper saving. All right, so this one is, it's called the cord case. Now at the top of this bag, it has a casing, which is just basically a little loop where the draw cord is going to go through, and you'll see how that works. So we need 2 of these, 2, and I made them out of fabric. And then we have, here's the other mistake. I saw this mistake when I was cutting out. Okay, so I must have, this is the handle, and the handle says cut 1. It's 2 pieces. We need 2 handles on a bag. I don't know how that happened.
But we'll fix it.
Yeah, I'll
We
fix it.
will upload the fixed one tomorrow.
Okay, and then 1 small little piece, it's called the ring tab. Okay, just 1 of the outer fabric. Okay, so we're going to start. People who've been here before will know that I always do the lining, because the lining in the outer bag is normally very much the same. There's just one thing on the lining that I want to show you, and that is when we sew the lining, we're first going to, obviously, don't look at this, but we're going to sew the 2 sides. So if you think this is the lining, you're going to put the 2 right sides together, and we are going to sew the sides of the lining. And I've lost my pen. Oh, here it is. Okay, and we're going to sew that at 1 centimeter all the way down on that side, and then on this side, I want you to look, and you'll see that I've left a 10 centimeter hole. So I sew there, and I sew here, and I'm leaving a hole, and that's my turn out hole. All right, okay, so that's just the only bit on the lining that's different. All right, so the next part of the pattern, again, this is because of saving paper. You'll see that if you look at the piece, I see that's not here now, I've put it inside. You'll see on the pattern there are 2, well, for the large and for the small. There's a pattern piece that looks like this, and here it says extend to 42 centimeters and extend to 42 centimeters. It's just that 42 by 42 doesn't actually fit on 4 A4s. I need to fit it on 2, 3, 3, 9. Okay, so that's why if you can just take a few white papers and just, you need a piece of pattern that is 42 by 42, and I think the small, it's 32 by 32. So you'll see on the pattern here.
Oh, nothing else.
Okay.
Well, Louis 𝐂𝐑𝐀𝐓 says hi on
Hello.
Facebook.
Is it Louis or Louise? Is it a boy or a girl? Can you see?
There is one of each in the photo.
Oh, Yeah.
So I don't know.
Ashley is also here. She was
doesn't-
late.
Who?
Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. Okay, so this is my 42 by 42 piece, and the same with the small bag, obviously. And what are we going to do is we're going to fold it over like this, right side out, which is strange, but you'll see why. All right, and we want it to look like this in the end. So this is for the pockets on the outside. So what we're going to do is we make sure that this is nice and ironed down, and then we are going to give it 2 top stitches on that side. It doesn't really matter, guys. This is up to you. So what I did is I did about a formal and a formal, but if you can do 5, it doesn't matter. It's a lot of times it's just personal choice. Okay, so I'm going to just do that to this one also, so that we have both pieces done.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this is nogal skoppo. Because I don't know how to make this. And I'm switching between cameras like I don't know.
I never know. What do you mean?
What are we doing about?
No, there's a lot of cameras to switch between.
Oh yeah, well it's your baby.
And I don't know what to do.
Oh, is that what you mean? I was thinking how to sew. Like, we never know how to sew. And I must say that Jan did say that he got confused and he went home. He didn't know where to show it.
Oh, okay.
So your paper that you ordered is probably also at home.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so that's the 2 top stitches, all right? And then this is also just, it's a trick. Some people don't do it. I do it. I don't like things going askew. So I'm going to just iron it nice and flat. And then we have a little bit of a fly issue.
It's one fly.
But I
one
already
fly.
killed one.
Okay, there was 2 flies.
Okay. And I'm going to just pin it to keep it, to make sure that it, pin it.
Gasses, this is fast pace.
it?
To me,
and
this is
pin it.
fast
And
pace
the
to
reason why
me.
I'm pinning is because it's laying flat. As soon as I start sewing on it, those pieces are going to start pulling. So what I'm going to do is, you can see I've already done it on this one. Just 5 mil from the edge. I'm just going to do what I call a stay stitch. Just to keep them together, so that when I start sewing it to my bag, because this is the pockets, remember, that it doesn't start pulling and going skew. This way I keep it nice and flat. Trust me, I'm not a doctor, but I am a sewing doctor, and I'm telling you, if you can say stitch something and it makes it, and it works for keeping it neater, so that you don't have to be struggling later trying to keep it all together, it is just easier and better. Alright, so that is my 2 pockets then. Okay. Alright, so these are now done. So I'm going to take my outside fabric, the first one. I think there's an upside to this, so we're going to go there.
And Grief actually asked where you get your mini iron from, and if there's a site where you can recommend it from. So so we sent the link to there.
Oh, cool. Okay, so can you see that this actually fits nicely on top of the outer fabric? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it in place, just for me, while I am drawing the lines for my little pockets. Okay, so this part of the bag is obviously, what are you going to use it for? If it's going to be like a kiddie's color in holiday bag, obviously these are going to be made, these I lost my pencil again, it keeps rolling under the, they are going to be, every little pocket is going to be made to fit a pencil. Okay, and also if it's for pencils, can you see this? I would actually very easily, actually, you can shorten it so that
They stick out a bit.
so that the pencil sticks out. Okay, so I'm actually wondering if I shouldn't shorten it anyway. this is for say for instance, let's do one for knitting needles, for instance. And knitting needles are longer, but then if you're looking at crochet needles, they are almost like
Shorter than a pencil.
short as a pencil. So I've marked it now, and all I'm gonna do is I am going to shorten them. It looks like about 2.5 centimeters that I'm cutting off. So just for your record, if you yeah, so I'm gonna take that off. I'm just gonna re-stitch my stay stitch.
I think Ashley has one, Matthew.
I actually just wanted to say
No, everyone's talking about the Pro Mini steam iron.
Oh.
I said there's only a couple left, and Ash went.
No, we received new stock today. It's just not unpacked yet. So
Oh.
we ordered, I think we've got 20 in.
Oh, never mind then.
Everyone,
Right.
get your iron, get your Pro Mini steam irons, because you wouldn't want to have an iron deficiency.
Yeah,
I think it's quite unhealthy.
Oh
but
my God.
guys, it is always, anyone who's ever been here on the waiting list knows that they're in stock and then they are out of stock and then we wait freaking forever.
So Ash said only a couple left. Are people eating the mini irons? Sure.
They do. People do eat mini irons. I'm telling you, don't make jokes.
And Bianca said they take forever to come into South Africa. They sell fast.
Yeah. So we've already, since they are back in stock, we've already sold, I think 30. Yeah, I don't, you know, if it was if I was the importer, I would realize to order bigger lots, but maybe, you know, we all have cash flow problems and buying them, I mean, just for us already, we have to fork out before we actually have the money for them. So when we place the order, we have to pay for them. Okay, so we're gonna redo this. So I've made it slightly shorter. This is 100% up to you. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter. Oh gosh, don't do what I did. Just get your top stitching at the top. All right, so I'm just gonna pin it in place again. Side, and then you will see I did give you in the instructions there is a sample, guys, but don't use my sample because it's easier. Just think, you know, if you wanted to put this in here, all you need to do is put it down like that, give it some extra space and draw a line. That's your one line. Okay, so now I also would like to add my scissors. So I'm gonna draw another line and 3 pencils. Okay, so mine you can use, but just think, I don't want to say think for yourself. That sounds really rude.
It is so rude.
Yeah, okay. So always remember there's a centimeter seam allowance. So the first one is going to be a centimeter. And then the next one on my pattern is 3. And the next one is 3 on my pattern. And the next one is 7. Right side of my ruler. The next one on my pattern is 7. So that's there. Alright, and then it's the same from the other side. So eerste one is 1 centimeter. And then we have a 3 and a...
Bianca says, so rude but so true. Think of how it will benefit you more. Custom bag. I also put a picture of what the bag looks like on screen now. Just someone said they don't really know what we're making.
Okay.
It probably makes sense to do that every time though.
Oh, that's
Put a
so
little
bad,
picture
yeah.
on.
Oh well, yes. Okay, so now again, because things move around when you sew, I'm just gonna pin down this top also. Oh, come on, what is happening here? There we go. Okay, so I'm not gonna sew that first one. That's my seam allowance. So I'm going to sew the second one, and then and so on and so on. Get them all sewn down through the back, and remember to do your enforcement stitches, because this is what keeps the bag, the top attached. Alright, that's one down. Next one. Start.
Bernie says, can I just say how awesome the camera angle on the sewing machine is?
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Good. Well, at least.
It was easy.
Yo, it was like.
Easy.
It was like no problem. Man.
This is not a year coming. I mean, we had a moment last year. We had a flippin' body cam. We had a stitch
moment,
cam.
and then things just
Flipped out.
flipped out.
It
and
flipped
nothing wanted
out.
to work.
It is funny that it worked so well for like a moment and then.
Yeah, ne? Okay, so that is that one.
Dana says, such a pretty and fitting fabric for the project.
Yeah.
I also like it.
I am using John's fabric because I know she's a knitter, so she can look at use
You
the bag.
used John's fabric last week too. John's
Yeah, but
soon not
that-
gonna have any fabric.
That is was also a project that can work for knitting, I think. That's why.
Oh, the stitch cam is very pretty, eh? Yo, look at that.
Okay, so that's second last one. And last one. Just take that out there. Okay, so that one's done. And can you see that I have no puckering or pulling on this because I pinned it down. Okay, so that's the one. Unfortunately, this I couldn't do ahead of time. We are going to just quickly do this one. I'm just trying to make the bag look different. I think that's going to be the best. All right. Pin this one down. Any questions? Guys, I just want to say that if you take this, okay, if you take this and you have one more piece that's not obviously double like this one, and you make 100 little slots or 10 or 15, and you put another piece onto it, and you sew around and you leave a hole and you turn it out, you have a pencil roll. This is almost exactly how you would make a pencil roll, which is also very nice for kids, because I was one of those kids that wanted to be able to see all my colors. I couldn't work out of a pencil case. All right, so I'm gonna make this pencil. I'm gonna need to. Nothing was it underneath here. Yeah, see it rolls through. I'm gonna make this one. See now on the other side you can do what you want. I'm gonna actually make this one just a bunch of threes, because I'm thinking now for knitting pins, bunch of threes, and then let's make another one, a bunch of threes, and then let's make we'll just get the rest and half it, more or less. Who's gonna know? Who's gonna measure them? Here we go. All right. Okay. Any other questions? Anything you need to ask me?
Yana asked if he had to feed the animals. I already answered him, I know. Like, no, we should just let them starve.
No, don't feed. Why? No, why would you feed the animals? Amanda's gonna be home soon.
No, in 2 hours,
In 2 hours
we'll do it.
time, Amanda will do it.
I want to put a poll on YouTube,
Yeah.
and Dana suggested I do it about a future project.
We've asked people to tell us. I have to. This is like cooking every night. This is like every week I go like, what is the project? Because we get no people telling us. We would love to get your input on this.
So give me 3 ideas, and I'll put them in a poll.
Me?
People.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. I'm
It's like defeating
I'm
the
all out of
purpose.
ideas. And guys, remember I said
No
it has-
clothing.
No, we're not making like freaking dresses and skirts.
You made pajama shorts the one time.
Yeah, well, that was a short.
Ooh, you know what I think we should do?
Feed
Did we
moths.
ever do? We've done that. Have we? Did that one we did, the wrap dress?
Yeah, but that's
Was
the summer.
that? I know, but was that? But you get ready for summer in winter.
Yeah, but not
Did
right
we ever
now.
do a proper one? Like a nice video? Was that still?
No, we can redo that.
Maybe we
let's-
should redo that
We
one.
can do that just as summer comes again. This is like the worst time now.
A
One
little
more.
makeup bag with different compartments.
We've done that.
A creative book cover.
Book up. What? Okay. Well.
Give us more. I
What
can't.
about a bookmark?
No, it doesn't
that's
say that,
very
Matthew. I
easy.
can read.
What?
I can read.
Okay.
Why?
Guys, you took too long. We are off again. Okay, so this is done. Now, next bit. That's gonna wait in the wings.
Pig bag.
Pig bag.
A pig bag.
Did we not make a pig bag?
We
yet?
didn't.
Okay, well, put that on the list because I actually have a pattern for that thing.
Bucket
somewhere.
hat.
Ooh, I've
Bucket
been
hat,
saying
okay.
we should do a bucket hat.
I've never made hats, but we can try.
Packet bag holder.
Packet bag.
Like, you know, like you put your
Oh,
shopping bag
that's
there.
very easy. Okay,
All
yeah.
these ideas are
Okay,
mine.
okay.
Bernice did not give them all on Facebook. It was
Oh.
all my ideas.
Okay, guys, so the next piece that we're going to use is called the cord case. It obviously came like that because it was cut on fold, and we open it up like that. And then on the one on both the short sides, what you're going to do is you're going to fold in a seam allowance of about, well, not about, it's actually half a centimeter, and iron it in. And then you're going to fold in another one of 5 millimeter, and then as you can see, I'll show you now, you are gonna just sew that down to keep it in place.
Also, Diana says a dem. I think it's a dem or demo. A dem on the brother machine, please, so we know all the things they can do. So demo.
Okay.
Oh, we
I think
should do
Can
that.
we do. Okay, that can be done. I'm also
Facebook
working.
has all the ideas today.
Tell
also-
Facebook to go to YouTube so that they can vote on these ideas.
I'm also working on I want to say, what did I call it? It's like a cheat or a hack.
Yeah.
Sewing hacks.
Oh yes, sewing hacks.
A
That
whole
one
class
also.
on different sewing hacks.
Mm.
Okay guys, let's just talk about this, okay? So what I've done is you fold the two sides here, 5 mil and then 5 mil, so that you make a little rolled hem, and you're gonna just sew them down. Then you are gonna iron it flat like this, right? Okay, and then my suggestion is that you fold it double like this and just get a center, because remember we marked the centers on this. So what we're gonna do is I think I am doing exactly what I said to Lisa that I normally do, is I am
Skipping a step.
not skipping. I'm just wanting to do the sequence like
The note says.
like the note says, so that, okay, yeah, bag handle. All right. Okay, but it doesn't matter. We've done these. These are the cord cases. All right. So the next one we need to do is this little piece, and when we cut it, it looked like this, and it's called the bag handle. And what we're gonna do first is you're gonna just iron it like that in the middle, and then you are gonna iron in a 1 centimeter seam allowance on the one side, like that, and then we're gonna turn it over and do the other one, also 1 centimeter. There. All right, and if you're lucky, they just perfectly fit on top of each other, and we're gonna pin them, come on. They don't want to work for me today. Just pin them right on top of each other. If you don't pin, that's also fine. I didn't pin the first one. I'm just showing you best practice. Pin them right on top of each other, like that. And what we are going to do is we are going to give it a top stitch on that side and a top stitch on that side, so that you get your bag handle. All right, so we're going to do that quickly. Right.
Now that is drawstring bag.
Oh, we've done that.
Oh yeah, we did do that. Yeah, Matthew, keep up.
I never remember what we did
Keep
last
up,
week.
Matthew, keep up.
I'm just a pretty face.
Okay, so that's the one side done. Of course, you can use separate handles. It doesn't have to be these. You can just use the pattern piece to get your sizing or length. I just want to iron it nice.
Yes, it's the bucket that is winning.
Is it? I don't understand the whole bucket thing.
I love bucket then.
All right.
I did vote for the bucket, so if we make a bucket, I get to keep it.
True though, you can make different sizes. Like a kiddie's hat and a
Just
normal
make-
person's hat and a
coming from the
Matthew.
person who doesn't have to sew them.
Matthew sized hat.
I'd like a Matthew sized hat, they're very rare.
You can call them different people, man. The small one you can go Lisa size, then Amanda size, and then Matthew size.
Okay, so on my instructions, on the large bag, you'll see that the instruction says, I think it's, is it 12.5 centimeters? Yes. So 12.5 centimeters from the side, 12.5 is where the strap goes, and 12.5 there. So let's just do both while we're busy. 12.5 there, and on the small, that's slightly smaller, obviously. Straight, Amanda, get it straight. Okay, so mark that. The first thing I need to do is pin them in place. Okay, guys, so a very important thing about bag straps. I saw someone made a bag the other day on I don't know what was I don't know. I was researching. I was looking at these sewing acts and stuff like that. And this person had made a bag, and she made the mistake that I'm going to explain to you now. When you do a bag, these don't twist. Okay? So even though it doesn't, see, it has to make that, but it's still the same side up. Okay? Another very important thing is the strap on the one side, on this side, goes to the same side. Guys, it doesn't go over to the other side of the bag. Okay? Because then your bag's gonna just, yeah, that's exactly what that person did. And I don't want to be nasty, but it was an actual pattern that she was selling. And I thought to myself, well, you can try and explain that away as a look, but that's just not true. Alright, so that's the one. I'm going to do the other one quickly. Pin it. Pin it, pin it, pin it. I think this is going to be a lekker bag. And pin this one. So I'm just putting my strap in the middle, with the middle of the strap on the blue mark. There. Alright. So I'm just pinning that in place because this is not done yet. So now we're going to go back to our... Why is this not a shorter? Okay, it's not short enough, so I'm going to... Okay, so this, obviously, it might have stretched. It needs to be actually a centimeter shorter. So it might have stretched, or my pattern might be wrong there also. I don't think so, but I'm going to just cut off this bit and do it again. Because, yeah, it's supposed to be shorter, otherwise you're going to get it trapped in your... I did have a little bit of a pattern mishap before we started, and I had to quickly cut. So I might have forgotten to actually shorten this. Okay, so I'm just shortening it by, it looks like about a centimeter that I've cut off. So let's just do that. Okay, I'm going to explain to you now why I'm cutting it off, so that if you get to the same thing and no man, what the actual, I think this is exactly what happened, eh? Can you see? Because these two aren't the same length also. So when I quickly cut there, I must have gotten it wrong.
Cut it wrong.
I gotten it wrong, man. Probably didn't cut off the ends. Okay guys, sorry. I'm gonna I'll check it against the pattern just now. Let's just get it done. Yeah.
You're gonna sew that now? Yeah.
Oh, you're getting it.
Ha ha ha. I just wanted to know if I need to keep that camera on. This is getting quite intricate.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you how I noticed that it's not the right length. Okay, so when I put this in here, on here, the ideal is that my seam allowance is going to be at 1. So the ideal is it's slightly more than 1 centimeter from the edge here. So I'm on about, I think, 1.5 centimeters from the edge now, and I feel comfortable with that. And I'm going to pin it against just like that, all of this, and I'm sandwiching my handles in here. Right. Okay. And
Please leave us a like. If you're here, leave us a like, leave us a comment, tell your friends, tell your family. But most importantly, like.
yeah.
And poop emojis and like.
Yeah, we like the pink ones, especially that
Yes.
is just on YouTube, I think. Okay, so I'm sandwiching the bag handles in between here and putting it to the top of the bag. I thought I did this double, but it's just this fabric is quite painful with my pins.
Is it like thick?
I know, you know, sometimes it just means it has some, I want to say plastic, but some type of poly that the pins, so if your fabric does that, the ideal is to actually use glass-headed pins. These are quilting pins, they're not glass-headed. Glass-headed pins are by default stronger and more expensive. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we are going to just sew at 1 centimeter, sew at 1 centimeter. Get with it, Lisa.
Oh gosh, we're on the sewing camera. Holy shit. That's a lot.
We're just sewing the top here. This is actually quite an interesting pattern because it all goes so nicely into the lining, and then things just flip up and flip out, and it just works, man.
That's a truck.
That's a truck. We got our first truck.
Our 8 p.m. truck.
Oh, is it that? Is it that one?
Nah, it's that one. Thanks, Jan, Shagnay, and Diana. Oh my word,
Okay,
Diana.
guys, don't flip this up.
for the
Don't
emojis.
do anything. Leave it just like this.
Whatever you do, leave it just like this.
Alright?
Nothing.
These flat pins are quite painful to pick up with my nails.
I believe that out of the 13 people watching us on YouTube right now, at least 2 of them have not yet pressed the like button. I believe that.
Lisa's a bit of a
Attentional.
Intentional, yes.
Sorry.
somewhere dog cut out. Okay, so once this is done, we're almost finished. We're almost finished. Okay, so I want to explain the little thingy. This one. This one is before we go. It's just a little tab that we're going to use where you can add a little. So we're going to what?
No, our camera keeps going, but it's fine.
So we can add a little key ring. So I'm just gonna. It just needs to go like this, this, and this. So I'm folding 1 centimeter at a time, and I'm gonna give it a top stitch, and then I'm gonna disappear for a second because I just realized I never prepared to get the keyring.
No stress, you don't disappear.
Huh?
Your hands are on screen. Nothing
Going
disappeared.
to disappear soon.
Oh,
Okay.
said that
I do
before
know
I
what
clicked
I've
the
done,
cheer sound effect.
Alright, so it's just a little tab, and if I'm lucky, there is one in here. I'm very prepared, but I'm not prepared enough, it seems. A key ring, give me a key ring. No luck there. Yeah, no, you're not lucky. Let me just find one. It's gonna be.
No, it's up to you, Matthew. Entertain us.
Oh.
How hot are irons? Let's touch one and find out.
With your face.
Yes, what's hotter, my face or an iron?
An iron.
Mythbusters, what?
Guys, you are really this
What?
too much style here.
I am 27 and I look 33, so on my average age is actually 30. I resent being called a child.
But I'm gonna actually change this. It can be a keyring, of course, but I'm gonna actually put a little lobster claw so that you can hook something onto it, or you can actually, if you need a keyring, you're just gonna hook your keyring onto it, and you don't have to do that. Did Matthew play with my iron?
Yes.
No.
That's
Lisa,
funny.
why would you stop me out like that?
Okay.
You left it face
so
down.
This can go anywhere on the side here. If folding a double like this is a little bit thick, guys, just split it open. It doesn't matter that it doesn't. It's not perfect on top of each other. I would actually split it because it does get quite a little bit thicker putting them exactly on top of each other. Okay, so there, that is that. Actually, should one not? I think we should not put it right on top of those. Got a little bit of space. Now these, obviously, if you have a plan, you can like add 10 of these. I mean, this is okay. So next up,
And then what would you put in it?
this is like if you have your car keys, or if you have like, I don't know, remote, or
Is that going to
thing.
be on the outside?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so all of this and this has to stay showing inside, okay? And then what next, we are gonna pin these together. And again, you're gonna get quite a thick seam here at the top. So take it slow. Don't rush your machine. Ouch.
Another future project that Bernice suggested was door stopper. I don't know how you can sew a door stopper.
Oh man, you make one with fabric
Yeah,
and then you
okay.
stuff it with like heavy
Yeah.
things. It's like a thing, they sell it at Christmas markets.
Okay, so we want to pin the two side seams. Okay, and I'm just going to leave those pins in there. So I want to spin that seam, and I want to pin this seam. See, what happened is I took my glass pins home, so now I'm stuck with these.
And then we're gonna sew over our pins.
No, we're not ever sewing over pins. I would never. Okay, so we're gonna at 1 centimeter. All right, we are going to sew the two side seams. Let's go. Sew.
Are we rushing?
No.
Is it because you
It's
want
just the thick part, so I'm telling them to not, you know, speed up the machine, but then I get very quickly frustrated if the machine wants to sew slow over thick things.
if we finish at normal time, you'll get an hour of power tonight.
Oh, lovely. That's all I want. That's really all I want.
On the new stitch cam,
Yeah.
you can see how you're removing the pins.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it looks very profesh. That might be our best camera. I don't understand why it would be. Like, it looks like the most high quality camera.
So again, I know this is going to be thick and difficult for my machine, so I'm going to set down this speed so that I don't push my machine beyond what it should go. And then what I always do with little things like this that I've now sewn into the side, because this is just one row of stitches, so I'm always scared that it's gonna pull out. So I always end or just reverse. This one you can't reverse when I'm actually made it to cut off. Okay. So I'm just doing a double stitch over there, just so that I know that it's not going to be because my stitching was to only one row that it's going to, okay, pull out. That's done. Goed so. When we do a side seam on the bag, we always try and get it to just open up a little bit. So we get, what is this? Why do we do this? We're spreading the weight. And that's just, again, to get rid of bulk. We're not actually getting rid of it, we're spreading it so that it doesn't all go to one side. There we go. Okay, so now the next thing, remember I said we mark the two little centers, which we've done, so they are still there. The two side seams are other marks, and when we cut this, we mark the two halves, and then if you put the two halves This way you can get the other 2 halves. So what it does is it breaks up the little circle into quarters, and this is now also broken up into quarters, and that makes it easier for our next process. Okay, so now we're going to attach the circle bottom to the bottom of the bags, guys. Be sure that we are not attaching it to the top. No, we need to attach it to the bottom. So I'm going to use one of my quarter marks and pin it to the side seam.
Can you work a little bit more to the middle? Thanks.
All right, and I'm going to take my other quarter mark. Oops, where's my quarter? Here, where's my quarter mark? And I'm going to pin it to there. All right, and that one to the other side seam and pin. Oh, I think it's because one never really does this thick when you quilt. And pin the last quarter. All right, and now what I normally do is I try and sort of just get them all. It's sort of a just pin it. You don't have to. The circle is, it's big enough. It's like a, what is it? It's a wide enough circle. It's not like a tight circle, so you don't need to actually cut into it to sew it. It is wide enough so that it actually just pins together. All right, more pins is better than less pins, especially on this.
This looks really difficult.
This is on the outside of your bag, so you don't want to get all hastig, and then this is just not going to look nice. Anyone who's taken sewing lessons from me would know how to. The first project we did always had one of these in it. Alright, we're almost done. It's literally, how's our time? 15 minutes. We might make it. We might make it. It's just a few more. Okay.
If you make this out of thicker fabric, you have a hat box as well.
Yeah, if you make it out of thicker fabric, just be very, very careful, because these seams are already getting quite thick, and I've remember, that's why I cut that centimeter away to prevent it from getting too thick. So you guys can see, even though I've done this, I can sew it without pins, but I prefer to not have to redo things. So I would rather pin it. But if you do a few of these, if you're making these and you're going to be selling them on a craft market or something, trust me, after a while you'll get to be able to sew to sew them without pinning. All right, so now I'm just thinking, no, I don't need to. We are going to just sew around, all the way around at 1 centimeter, and again, make your machine go a little bit slower, because you don't want it firstly running away from you. Right, come in. And you also, you want to be able to stop if there is a problem, and it does get a little bit thicker, so we want to be sure that we get it. And also you'll see that sometimes it wants to make a little pleat, and also you can sort of coax it into not a pleat but just a little bit of a pucker, if that makes any sense. All right, that's that. Listen guys, the worst thing is not getting a little pucker or a little pin, a little pleat at the bottom. It's getting big ones, okay? So you probably won't even notice a little pleat here. It's just, that's why we pin it, so that we actually stop big ones from happening. Okay. Right, I think we're halfway now.
With the circle.
With a circle, yeah.
For the overall project.
No, with a circle. It's always a little bit slower than just normal sewing.
Is this white stuff going to be on the inside of the bag?
Yeah. It's going to be in the lining, you won't see it.
Oh, in the lining.
It's in the inside. It's just there to give it a little bit of stand.
So you're going to sew another piece on top?
Yeah, we have a lining that's there. The bag's going to be lined.
That's making it even thicker.
Well, it's only one piece that we're sewing together, and you'll see now that it's actually not going to be, it's not the thick part of the bag. Okay, we are done. Reverse. All right.
I love the sound it makes. It goes like, dinner. Oh no.
The worst thing just happened. That's the nice thing about embroidery machines, because they tell you when their bobbin is finished. Yeah,
No.
I know.
No, you
It's
just
like-
did the whole
It
circle.
literally is like the worst thing that could have happened.
But that's like the longest thing.
I know. Anyway,
It didn't happen on the short
I'm gonna
stitch.
actually now sew it without pinning, so don't be looking at me now.
Oh my word.
Yeah, I know. It's I hate it when that happens. That's
No
why I always
rush.
check before class, but it happened to have the right color on from last week, so I
Oh.
didn't check.
That's irritating. But
Anyway.
it's also funny because you've sewn so much, and now on the slowest part,
Yeah.
it's happened.
What am I doing? I'm only putting pink at the bottom. I don't have a red. That is.
But how did you not notice?
You don't. I don't.
Does it look like it's
No,
working?
I'm not going to explain to you. This is the type of shit that happens. Okay? It happens to everyone. Except when you have an embroidery machine, they actually tell you. I don't know when the. Okay, wait. I'm on the wrong side. When the sewing machine people makes them are going to get that in the system. That would be just freaking awesome.
Okay, well, while you're here, leave us a like, leave us a comment, send
Yeah.
some emojis, tell your granny,
That's-
tell your
there's
granddad.
Jokes about out of bobbin experience.
Ooh, Teresita Nicholson is a new subscriber, joined us 14 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Thank you for subscribing. To anyone else, if you'd like to participate in chat and you haven't figured out how to do that yet on YouTube, you have to click the subscribe button. If it still doesn't work, then click refresh and it should work. You have to be subscribed to join us in chat, but I assume you all are.
Go a bit faster than that. Surely. Oh, and it's like more than half way that it stopped. Like freaking hell, man.
Thank you, Ash, for the emojis. She's sending like close my eyes.
No, anyone who sews knows
Cries.
it's like the worst freaking thing. It happens to everyone. It's like really most irritating. Okay, last bit. As I said, don't try this at home without pinning, guys. First, just do it a few times with pins. This is not the neatest way to do it.
Diana said, I'm so pleased that doesn't only happen to me.
Yeah, no.
And people on YouTube find the most insane emojis. It's the emoji that does this. Like, look away.
Okay, last bit. Here we go, here we go. Last little bit. Go flat. Ag nee man, kan jy nou glo? I was beating my record and then my time record. Okay, I'm gonna not say it until we actually are there. Okay, that is done. Alright, no, we're keeping it like that. Right side in, alright? Now, we're going to take our lining, the lining right side out, okay? And we are going to put it in there and lining, so it's right side to right side, the right side of the lining to the right side of the bag. And I am going to use my 2 side seams again as
Shagnai said happened to me today too.
Starting point. And I'm going to put the other side seam to the side seam. I'm excited for this bag. Like that. Pin it. I am getting hot now. And I have my center marks. So I'm pinning there. I always pin quarters. It just makes the whole process so much. Everything is hanging in. So these and this stays inside. Ne? Alright. Last one here. And then we are just going to pin all the way around at the top. Okay? And we are going to sew together right around at 1 centimeter. Okay, so let's go fast as you can. Guys, listen, don't sew over your pins. And with an overlocker, I don't know if you know this, but if you sew over, I always say it's not sewing over on an overlocker, it's cutting over a pin. If you cut over a pin, you are going to need new blades. And they don't come cheap. So that was like the worst thing you could do in my class. That was like one of those things that I am trying not to be angry. I'm trying not to like lose it on the student.
Can you guys see how Matthew's fading?
There's nothing to engage with or anything like that. Yes.
Shame. Send Matthew a message.
It's a bit of an issue.
Oh, is it?
See what's going on there.
Ah, there we go. Matthew found something to do.
Okay, so I'm sewing all the way around at the top. Guys, this is an awesome gift for anyone who is, as I said, either a sewer, crafter, anything like that, because it is so easy to make. And I promise you, John has bought these that look like this, sort of semi, and they cost a few rands. Okay, so now we have, I always used to say to the students, a very ugly pillowcase, but we are now gonna turn this whole bag through this hole.
What if you forgot to make a hole?
Then you can unpick
Cut
it.
it.
Yeah, you just unpick it. Like this one, I feel like is not big enough for the time I'm at. So I just gonna make it a little bigger. That's also.
But if you unpick them, is it not gonna like ruffle out?
No, we're not. don't. I'm gonna unpick, but I'm closing that hole again. I never leave.
Yeah, but the initial thingy is still gonna stay cut. Does it not roll
I'm
away?
just cutting the thread, not the fabric.
I mean the
But
thread.
the thread can't unravel
Why not?
because I'm gonna close it up. I'm gonna actually close up the hole, and it won't unravel.
It's fine, Matthew. Not a lot of people watch us on Instagram. Just leave it. We're almost done. What happened?
There you go. That
We back?
Was it
I
the
think
connection
so.
thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
There was a battery thing, but then it just froze on the thing. It was very weird.
Okay, so there we go. I turned it over. So now I have a pretty pillowcase, and I'm gonna put this in there, and I'm gonna put this in there, and I am going to firstly, just for Lisa's fear of unraveling here, we are gonna close our hole.
But see, that piece that is now cut, the thread.
I am going to start before that piece and enforce it so that it cannot unpick. Alright.
Because when I hand sew stuff, it unravels.
Yeah, it's not an answer. Look here. It's going to start, it's going to enforce, go back. With other words. No, just close the hole. Go past so Lisa doesn't unravel. Okay, look, two more things, then we're done. Okay, so then this is our bag. We just need to push it out, push it out.
Put a plaster on, Lisa.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, next last little bit. Okay, is we want to pin that both down. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just pulling the lining and the fabric down so that we can give it a neatening top stitch there, and that there. And remember that when you do that, your handles must still show up to the top. Oh, these pins. I'm not liking this fabric, man.
It's very cute.
Okay, up this one. There we go. And then we're going to just do the other side. You can also iron this to keep it neat. But we're running out of time to be too neat now. Handles up. Keeping this. I just put it because I don't want this lining to, when I start sewing, what happens, it creeps up. So, okay, so there we go. I'm just putting that down and this side down. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick top stitch right around to make it look neat and tidy. Just get that there. Second last thing. Just after this, we just have to put the drawstring through, then it's done. Alright.
Oh, and we're gonna use that plastic loopy thing.
We're going to use a
Bodkin, open-ended bodkin.
well, you can use a bodkin, but it's better to use a loop turner in this instance.
Which is the long plastic one.
Well, you get a long one and you get a metal one. So that's just the loop turner.
Not the bodkin.
I'm going to use the loop turner. Shall I repeat that? Loop turner. The loop turner.
Diana says, so loving my new cover seam machine. You
Oh,
could
is
do
it?
a cover seam at the top there.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can also do, if you don't have a cover seam and you like the double stitching, do 2 rows. Here we have a lorry.
It's our 8:30 lorry now.
Okay, we're done.
They're all going on like clockwork.
Yeah,
eh?
eh?
The one was at 8, now it's 8:30.
Okay, so that's that. Finish. Okay, so that's that. So now, quickly, I took the loop turner out, did I not? No, I did not. Okay, so I'm gonna take two pieces that are long enough to fit there, both sides. I'm gonna
Middle, sorry. You need to go more to the middle.
I'm just putting my. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing nothing. I'm stupid. I'm gonna go through there. Okay, and I'm gonna pass through. So I'm gonna go. Actually, these are my thing, right?
No, here comes the plastic
The
thingy.
plastic one. So I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna pass through there, and the plastic one to me, it's just like it doesn't. Gives me a little bit of a pain. All right. So and I'm gonna come out on the same side, and we are just gonna try and get that to go through that hole, which is nothing's gonna work easily now because I'm in a hurry. There we go. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to pull it all the way through here.
I think this was one of our
around.
first reels we made.
What?
Was this purple
Okay.
thingy?
And this I'm just gonna tie. This could be slightly longer, I think. These. You don't have enough hands. Okay, so that's the one side, okay? And now we're gonna do exactly the same, but from the other side. We're gonna go through and around. Yeah, I would actually make them bit longer. That's when you go to cut there and the pattern is lying somewhere else. Okay, again, get this there. Take a thinner cord also. It would have been easier, but okay. Put it through. Put a pool. Okay. Oh, there we go. And make my tie here. Right. There. All right. And there is our bag. You could get it nice and flat, and then check at this.
It was very cool.
Ah.
Okay, we are done. Did we make it? 5 minutes late. All right. Actually, they don't need to be longer, but I would actually make them a little bit thinner. These are, I think this is the 5mm. I would take the 3mm because the 5mm is.
That looks very fancy.
Doesn't it?
It looks super fancy.
See?
I think you need pink, like a light pink cord.
You know what I would also do if thinking of it now.
Oh, or ribbon
could-
instead of cord.
You could also easily attach little sulke goedjies
Yeah.
that can take a strap, so that you can. Then it's like. Then it can be like a handbag. It doesn't have to have this. Okay, so there you go.
Rare Pearl on Instagram says very nice. She's good.
Cute. She is.
I am.
I mean, I could see why this is a nice knitting bag because you can put all your knitty thingies and you
And
made
then-
it shorter now. So if you kept it longer,
yeah,
the
but I
outside,
made it
and then-
shorter because I'm thinking crochet.
yeah,
But if you,
and then your wool inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the wool can be threaded through here out, so
It
that the
doesn't,
wool
like,
stays
knot.
in your bag. It can also just, be a little bag like that. So I've seen these as gardening bags.
Yeah.
So they have the little spade and stuff in here, and then I'm assuming your gloves go in there and stuff like that. Okay, guys, quick
Cute.
5-minute question session.
I think that's very cute. I think instead of drawstring, ribbon.
Yeah, well,
Like a light pink ribbon
Yeah.
would have looked so nice with it.
Okay. Anyone for a question? Anyone for a
Oh,
question?
but the drawstring keeps it together because
Yeah.
it's like tacky.
Yes.
I guess you could attach those like hoodie cool
You
thingies.
can,
on it.
but those just irritate me. Okay, guys. Anyone for a question? Come on, anything. Listen, guys, I told you. If you wanted to make this bag a bigger bag, what would you do?
Make it bigger.
If you want to just make it longer, okay? So that's that. So you can just make it longer. All right. No questions. Everyone freaking knows everything.
I mean, there's a delay.
Everyone knows it all.
Please leave a
Not
like.
she is good. They is good.
And by they, she means me. Like, comment,
Yes.
share,
Full emoji.
subscribe.
Alles. Go get your. There's 6 Pro Mini irons on, but as I said, we should have 20 more loaded tomorrow. And then I don't know when we'll get again.
Never. That's it. That's the end of the Pro Mini steam iron.
I'm thinking if they're not run out yet, they will be after this. And then I don't know, maybe they've upped their order system and we could just, hope that when it runs out, like they get stock in the same week. There's always hope for that. All right. Guys, don't stop sending us
Messages ever.
Never
Never stop.
No, but don't stop sending us
And
ideas.
emails. Lots of emails.
I'm gonna try and remember. No, I can't remember. 0615P, man, every week. Can you just go write it there for me?
No one
While
needs to know our number from here. They can go on the website. Or look in our bio on Instagram.
Yeah, okay, I can never remember that number. I can only remember that many numbers. Anyway, we have a WhatsApp number. It's on our website. It's everywhere. If you have ideas or you would like me to do a pattern of a certain thing, send me pictures. I always say don't send me a picture. If you wanted me to do this bag, don't send me just one picture like this. If you can, it will be nice to get I don't know, just more than one view. What is there? Okay. So that
What were you
is
saying? I sent the WhatsApp number on YouTube. Matthew
Okay.
can copy it from there.
Alright.
You just took the bag out of my camera.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
There.
It's fine. You're there.
Alright. Any questions? The pattern is uploaded. Those mistakes,
Will be fixed.
I will fix them. Instructions will be there.
And a picture.
And Lisa's taking pictures now, I hope.
Not right now.
Or not.
I will afterwards.
Okay.
On the phone.
Alright guys.
That's it.
You are running out of time. Actually, there's 2 minutes left. Say hi to me. I want to see how many people can say hi. How many people?
Let's see if we can get the highest amount of poll responses we've ever gotten. I put a poll on YouTube.
For what?
Click yes or no.
Just so much.
That's it.
Okay, so you need to just go to
YouTube.
YouTube and click yes or no. I don't know what we're voting on, man.
Nothing.
It's a yes or no vote. And the older people will understand that. It sometimes happens that we have just a yes or no and not 15,000
Options.
and like me, who chose the wrong one last time. I chose the wrong. I felt very stupid. I thought to myself, this doesn't sound completely right, but I do remember that they were a certain color.
Diana
You're
says
referring to
hi.
making a mistake on voting for lots of options, not a yes or no vote.
No.
Because
Oh
make
my
that very
word.
clear, because listening to
Why would you are confused there?
Because you did
Just
not
in
So I
case.
just
specify.
said it's not like the law.
I understood you. Matthew said, just in case anyone misunderstood.
Okay, so I was when I got inside, there were just so many people, so many different parties, and I am a person that I will have that name in. I'll know who I'm voting. I've got it, and then at that point, it's like when I'm introducing people, I know who you are. I see you weekly, daily.
And then you can't.
And that instant that I have to introduce you, it just cannot. So I always tell people beforehand, before parties or things, I go, please don't ask me to introduce you. Just introduce yourself, because I will screw it up.
So
And I was inside and I couldn't remember, and I just every second thing sounded like it could be that, and I knew it a certain color, and I thought, okay, well this one is that color, there's 3 others that color, but I'll choose this one because this sounds right. And I got outside and it wasn't it wasn't the party I wanted to vote for. So my plan is to be much better prepared. Okay guys, that is that. Yes or no?
it's a yes.
Is it happening?
It's a yes.
It's definitely a yes. It's always a yes. We are yes girls and boys.
And so Matthew introduced me to the people at Dungeons and Dragons, and he's like, "Yo, this is Chris," and the guy's like, "Actually, it did happen the very first time I went," and then the guy's like, "No, my name is not Chris. It's like something completely different. I can't, and it's not Chris I'm talking about. It's someone else."
No, I don't do introductions for that reason. Even here, if I'm thinking, I want to say something about that client, the second I think that, I go like, I literally was thinking, I want to say something about Sunny. And then I go, oh guys, let me tell you, and then I'll go, what? Ooh.
When?
It's like, what was her name? Anyway, okay, so that's it. Are we
Okay.
leaving? We need to get out of here before
Goodbye.
9. As you guys know, we're in an industrial area, and they close the gates on us at 9. So we have to rush out of here. Thank you so much for joining. Tell people.
Like, comment.
If you hear someone talking Fabric8.
If you're bored tomorrow, watch this again.
Engine oil Fabric8. If they want to buy a vacuum cleaner, Fabric8.
Yeah, just in
Send
case.
them all here.
We'll send them away.
We'll tell them, woo, sold out.
Out of vacuum
We're
cleaners.
Just sold out of vacuum cleaners.
Bye.
Have an awesome
Bye.
evening. Goodbye. Bye Instagram. Bye YouTube.
Bye. What's happening?
What?
It's,
Facebook. Goodbye. Is it goodbye? Is it
I don't know. Bye.